What is the value of the yellow angle? Label points A, B, C, D, E, G, Q and K. Since ADE is an equilateral triangle and line DG is the height of this triangle. Also, a bisector of angle D. The angles made by the vertex points of the constituent triangles are shown in the figure. Let the side length of triangle ABD be equals to 2 times x. Consider triangle ABC. By trigonometric identity, line AB divided by line AC equals x divided by line AC, which equals to cosine 30 degrees. The result equals half the square root of 3. Cross multiply and we have that line AC equals the product of 2 and x divided by the square root of 3. We obtained an equation y for the line AOC. Consider triangle QAE. Let angle QEA equals theta. By trigonometric identity, line AQ divided by line EQ equals sine theta, which equals half. Take the sine inverse of the equation. It implies that theta equals sine inverse of half, which equals to 30 degrees. From triangle CAQ, angle CAQ equals the sum of 30 degrees and 90 degrees, which equals to 120 degrees. Use cosine rule for the square of line CQ, as shown on the screen. Substitute values and we have that the square of line CQ equals the sum of the square of 2 times x divided by the square root of 3 and the square of 1 plus half the product of 4 times x divided by the square root of 3 and 1, which equals the sum 4 times the square of x divided by 3 and 1 plus 2 times x divided by the square root of 3. We call it equation 1. From triangle CEQ, use cosine rule for the square of line CQ, as shown on the screen. Substitute values and we have that the square of line CQ equals the sum of 4 times the square of x divided by 3 and 4 minus 4 times x divided by the square root of 3. After simplification of substituted values, we call it equation 2. Equate equation 1 and equation 2. Equal but opposite sign terms cancel out, so that we combine like terms and simplify. We have that 6 times x divided by the square root of 3 equals 3. Cross multiply. 6 times x equals 3 times the square root of 3. Divide the equation by 6. Six times x divided by 6 equals half of the square root of 3, which equals to x. It implies that x equals half of the square root of 3. Substitute into equation y. Line A, C equals line C, E which equals to 1. After simplification of substituted values, it follows that line C equals 1. Substitute the value of x into equation 1. The square of line C, Q equals the sum of 1 and 1 plus 1 which equals to 3. After simplification of substituted values, take the square root of the equation. It signify that line C, Q equals the square root of 3. From triangle EQC, let angle EQC equals alpha. By using cosine rule, we obtained an equation for the square of line CE as shown on the screen. Substitute values and we have that the square of 1 equals the sum of the square of 2 and the square root of 3 minus 2 times the product of 2 and the square root of 3 times cosine alpha. Simplify as shown on the screen. Solve for cosine alpha. It implies that for times the product of the square root of 3 and the cosine alpha equals the sum of 4 and 3 minus 1 which equals to 6. Divide the equation by 4 times the square root of 3. Cosine alpha equals half of the square root of 3. Take the cosine inverse of the equation. Alpha equals cosine inverse of half of the square root of 3 which equals to 30 degrees. Therefore, the required value of the yellow angle is 30 degrees.